Right. Hopefully this is working. Okay, appears we have audio and video. So we'll do the usual checks. Check, microphone check, testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Mary had a little lamb and she was wet as snow. So we'll do the usual checks. Right, there we go, my friends. Yes, we have audio and video. So, my friends, how the hell is everybody? Hope everybody is safe and well. Thank you all for tuning in to the stream or watching it later or whatever. So, my friends, what do I have for you today? Well, we are kind of in the we're in a pre-release mode here for the Porsche-Diesel series pack, which is a PC-only mod for Farming Simulator 22, obviously. We're on a new game save here on Elm Creek. Basically, there are no mods installed except, the Porsche Diesel series pack, and a few other little choice select mods that I've kind of chosen that I want to kind of, show off to people, that may or may not interest people, but I kind of like them, so I wanted to, kind of showcase them, as it were. So, my friends, once again, please do remember, I'm streaming here from my laptop, which is a Ryzen 5800U laptop. It's an integrated GPU, as it were. So, as you can see there, my friends, the frame rate isn't very good. So, we're streaming at 1080p 60. The game settings internally are as well 1080p 60 medium settings. A lot of the graphics settings are actually turned down. So I mention that because, well, that's important. The kind of the graphics that you're seeing on screen here or on the stream will not be representative of the final product, as it were. So just bear in mind, if you do download the Porsche Diesel Series pack, obviously the quality will be a lot better. But it is what it is. So yeah, this will be the third version of the Porsche Diesel Series pack. So we're on version 2.002. We last released, so the previous version was, I think it was on the 8th of January or something. So it's just been just over a couple of months, since the last update. And, we've made a lot of progress. We've added a lot of things to the pack in terms of equipment, usable equipment with the little Porsche tractor. So there has been some changes. One of the things now is that in the vehicle section, the Porsche Diesel Series pack has its own dedicated section, right? So you can see here it says My Game Steam. So you click on that, and all your mods are here, right? So these are all your mods here. There's 12 mods in total, okay? So we'll go through it. So you have the Porsche Diesel Series tractor, okay? Goes from 14 to 50 horsepower. You've seen this before, I'm sure. This is new. The Tether is new. Okay, so that's a new addition to the pack. The weight is not new. The mower is not new. The plow is not new. So everything else should be new. So this is the new planter. Okay, obviously it does certain crops, So what does it do? It says corn, sunflower, soybeans, sugar beets, and cotton. Okay. So clicking it. Okay. So here's your mod here. Right. So it's all being kind of branded, as you can see, look. Porsche Diesel, warning labels. And, we have some options here like the weight balls. So you can put the weight balls on and off. Look. You have color options. You can change the color to, whatever you want. There's a black version and blue and gray and, the usual. You have a selection of 40 colors. It should be more than enough for people. We're going to leave it with the kind of the stock standard Porsche Diesel red. So we're going to rent that. So this is new as well. This is your hay fork. Basically, it allows you to pick up loose material off the ground and move it around, and dump it into, for feeding animals and that type of thing. So it does the usual: grass, hay, straw, silage, um, manure, that type of thing. The usual products that one would expect. So here is your hay fork here. Okay, 1600 liters capacity. Right. Once again, you can kind of change the color up, you know. So you can do that. So this is kind of the pre-release version. So you know, even though there's only kind of like 2 color options here at the moment, you know, probably add more colors before the actual final release. You know, just to be aware of that. Right, but that's kind of the standard kind of configuration there. Get that. Next up, we have a spreader. Okay, so this spreads lime and fertilizer. Okay, holds 350 liters, 10 meter working width, 9 mph working speed, and it, you know, it kind of does what it does. So this is branded again, Porsche-Diesel. You can add weight balls to it. So weight balls are these things on the front. You know, these are for, and you have your usual color selection here, 40 colors. Right, so we're going to get that. Next up, we have a bale spike. Okay, so this is a new piece of a thing as well. So obviously, you're going to move bales and, you know, around with this. Color options once again. Okay, next up we have the Cedar. So this is very nice. So this does your usual crops, you know. What is it? Wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, uh, oilseed radish, grass, you know, that type of thing. So it's 150 liter capacity, 2 meter working width, 7 mph, requires 30 horsepower. So all of this equipment is kind of specifically designed and tailored to work with the Porsche diesel tractor, because you know obviously the tractor only has 50 horsepower. If you select the Porsche Diesel Master, you know, the Junior has 14 horsepower, and then you go to the Standard, and so you have kind of 4 configurations for the tractor, but the Master is the maximum version. Basically, that's the one I personally would recommend people get the full horsepower version. So yeah, this is a Cedar. Okay, so once again you have the weight ball option. You can select a kind of a cover option here for kind of an older new type. It puts reflectors on the back there as well, orange reflectors. Okay, you have color options once again. You can change. You know, I can show you. So you change the main color. You know, that's green. You change the design color, which would be that black part there, and then the rim colors should be pretty obvious. All right, so you can do that. All right, but we're going to leave it at default because that's kind of what I like. And we'll just put it like that. So we'll get that. Okay. A cultivator should be self-explanatory. 1.8 meters, 6 mph. And it's a cultivator with, 40 color options. Nothing really, to say about this. It is what it is. It's a cultivator. Everything is branded for Porsche Diesel, as you can see. Look. So all the decaling is done in it. This is a bale spike weight. So this has been kind of designed to work with the bale spike specifically. So it's a larger weight. It's 600 kilograms. So we recommend putting this weight on the front of the tractor when you're moving bales around. Okay, especially heavy bales such as silage bales or grass bales, especially the larger sizes. You can select different bale sizes. Now you can 180 centimeter, 220, 240. So if you're getting those big bales, you're going to need a heavier weight. So this is new to the pack as well. This is a roller. Basically, it's a grass roller. You roll the grass. You obviously you plant your grass, and you can then roll the field, and it'll apply a fertilizer state. So that's what that there is for. This will also delete grass as well. So if you have grass that has already grown, it will delete it. So just to be aware of that. So that's all your kind of equipment here. So here's the Porsche diesel tractor. Nothing really has changed in this except one thing that we have added. So this is a new option that we added in the last couple of days. So we've added a new lattice wheel option. So here is your kind of the lattice wheel option from the previous version. Right, so this is brand new. So yeah, that's a new lattice wheel option that we've added there. You can see it there, very nice. So you have all the usual options. All the other options are pretty much You know, they're more, you know, they're the same as you know, the previous versions. I've showed them off before, so you guys should be aware of, you know what that is. So exhaust cutter, gonna go with that there. Now, did I miss anything? I think I did. So here is the tether. Okay, so this is new as well. Basically, this is the in-game. This is the in-game Pottinger tether that's kind of been, kind of designed for the Porsche-Diesel. I mean, look, we've even changed the logos on it. Look, it says Porsche-Diesel now. Look, so and we've changed the coloring, but it does say Porsche-Diesel. So it's just a rebranding basically. Added weight balls to it. Okay, you can see the weight balls there, and you can change, the main color, design color, rim color. So that's kind of, kind of preset there for people. So then you have the kind of the weight from the previous pack. This is, you can change the material type from concrete to metal. Right. So this is 127 kilograms. People have seen this previously. That's from the, that's not new, that thing there. The mower, again, not new, but you've seen it before, but I'll kind of show it off again, I guess. So you can change the body color. You can change the PTO color here to yellow. So that'll actually change the color there of the PTO. Now we actually do have a brand new PTO there. See that PTO that's inside there? That's brand new. We've changed the design and we've changed the color of it as well. So it's black now, and it's a new design. Design color, again, you can change that to yellow. So that changed the little black piece here, little circular black piece. I don't know if you can see that changing. The warning thing here then is this piece here. So can I get a zoom in? Yeah, so it's this little red and white piece here. So it'll actually change it to changes it to red and yellow, basically. All right. Anything else? The Porsche Plow. So the AW Modding very kindly gave us this mod before it appeared on the mod hub. It is out now on the mod hub. Obviously, it is based on the Lemken D24. Right. So, but AW Modding very kindly gave us the mod and gave us permission to modify the Lemken D24. So basically what we did is we added logos, we changed the material types and material colors, So we have these kind of scratch metal blades. Obviously the body is different. We've added the Porsche-Diesel logos, we've added, decals, we've changed up a few of the other things. We've added weight balls to it, that type of thing. So, it is different from the AW modding version, but it is pretty much based on the it is based on the Lemken D24. So here's your equipment here. So you obviously get the tractor and you get 11 pieces of equipment now, which is, it's a massive expansion on the original kind of pack that came out. So with the original pack previously, what did you get? You got the small weight here. Tiny, how are you, sir? How are things? You bought the model of that. Very nice. Oh, cool. Did you get that from the Revell model or whatever they call it? So I bought that myself, Tiny, from Germany. But my big paws, unfortunately, were too. I couldn't put the damn thing together, so I gave it to my little cousin to put together. But I only really wanted it for the code, anyways. And then, of course, as soon like 3 or 4 days after I got the damn thing, or the game was released, the bloody code leaked online, so everybody was able to download the mod. Like, and even on PlayStation, it works on PlayStation as well, because the files are actually part of the base game. So both PC and console gamers can just look up the code on the internet, and Bob's your uncle, as it were. So yeah, so the previous pack, you had the small 127 kilogram weight. You obviously had the mower, you had the plow. So, but these are new. So the tether is new. The roller is new. Oh, you didn't know about the you don't know about the code, Tiny? You're on console, aren't you, Tiny? I'll see about getting you the code if you don't have it. But yeah, I mean, if you bought it, If you bought the model, doesn't the code come in the box? Because you know, obviously the Revell model, the point of it was to, you know, buy the model and you get the code to kind of unlock it, you know. But if you don't have the code, sir, I can definitely get it to you. It's no problem. Like, it's out there on the internet. So yeah, the roller is new. Okay, the larger 600 kilogram PS4. Yeah, there'd be no problem, Tony. If you don't have the code, I can get it to you. The new 600 kilogram weight. Obviously, the cultivator is new. The Cedar is new. Okay. Spreader. Oh, it should have been in the box, Tiny. There's a little sheet of paper inside in the box, with the code on it. So you might want to go through the little. Hopefully you didn't throw it out. But yeah, in the paperwork, there's a code in there. A little, you know, sheet of paper with the code on the back of it. So yeah, you have this is the spreader, you know, lime and fertilizer. The hay fork, obviously you can, you know, pick up loose material, you know, hay, grass, straw, and then you have the planter, right? So as you can see, everything is color coded. You know, Porsche Diesel red, Porsche Diesel logos. They all kind of, you know, they're all part of the same kind of ethos, as you can see. Look, even here we have the Porsche Diesel logo. We have some warning decals, that type of thing. The plow, the roller. So the roller has the decals as well. All right. So we have the new Lattice wheels. So these are brand new. All right. So these wheels here. So these are kind of like a white tire option. So obviously, as I said, this is the in-game Pottinger, but we've rebranded it to, you know, Porsche Diesel, because, you know, unfortunately, I wasn't able to find like an old style. I've been looking for an old style, old school kind of tether and wind roar, but you know, I haven't been able to find anything. So that's why you know, we kind of chose to modify the in-game version, as it were. But you know, if we come across something, you know, we'll probably swap it out or something later on, you know. So what I'd like to add later on would be an old school tether, wind roar, and then like a wooden trailer, you know, a small wooden trailer. I haven't been able to find one of those either. Obviously, you have the mower here as well, sickle bar, rear mower, the plow. So kind of the point of the pack was, you know, the base game tractor, right? So here's the Porsche Junior. So this is the original mod, right? So obviously I, you know, bought the Rebel model, and you know, the code came in the box, right? So obviously I was able to unlock this, right? So this is the original mod, the Porsche Diesel Junior, you know. So it's only 14 horsepower. So, you know, I love the model. You know, it's a great classic old school tractor, but it has a serious flaw in terms of functionality. You cannot use any in-game equipment with this thing. You know, it's great to just drive around the farm and stuff like that. You know what I mean, or you know, just to, you know, chill out or whatever. But it's no functionality basically. So myself and my games team thought to ourselves, okay, what can we do with this thing? How can we modify the heck out of this thing and give it some actual real, you know, real in-game functionality? So that's why we came up with the Porsche Diesel Series pack. So this is based on, you know, a real world thing. It's not fabricated. You know, there is the Porsche Diesel Series in the real world, and they do go from, you know, you have the Junior, you have the Standard, you have the Super and the Master. So they go from 14 to 50 horsepower. So the decals change as well once you know, you change it up. You know. All right. So that's what we did. We started with the tractor. We modified the snot out of the tractor. And then we got to the point, you know, where the kind of the tractor, we brought it as far as we could. And then I started thinking to myself, okay, what else can I do? There's no equipment to use with this damn thing, you know. So basically, I started looking around the internet, started talking to people, and basically, you know, I found mods, you know, and then we modified the hell out of them to work with, you know, the Porsche Diesel. So everything about these things are specifically designed to work with the little Porsche Diesel. The horsepower, the working with, the, you know, everything is small, you know. yeah, it's a good little workhorse, you know, but you need equipment with it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why we came at it and we started to look for equipment, you know, seeders, planters, cultivators, you know, the usual stuff that, you know, but all specifically designed for the little Porsche here. Now I need to change the settings. So I'm on a new game save, just to be aware of that, people. I am on a new game save. Uh, so we're going to change up a little things here. So we're going to put that to off. So we're going to save that there. It is strictly for 22, yes, strictly for 22. And it's PC only, just to remember that as well. You will not be able to get this on console. You can get the standard Porsche Junior on console. You know, you can get this on console, right? But you can't get the modified version because it's very, very heavily modified. So one of the things we did, I mean, instantly you can. So this is kind of a function that we put into it, and this isn't on console. So obviously you can. So we added the spinning fan and we added the opening bonnet. All right, so that's all brand new. You know, you're not going to get that on console. The mirrors are completely different. I mean, it's just a very, very different mod. You know what I mean? So I can give you a look at some of the options we have in this. So we have a diesel capacity, so you can add an extra kind of fuel tank to it. Right? So that brings up the fuel capacity from 22 liters to 42. You know, right? You have new wheel options that aren't available anywhere else. You have this. So this is all brand new. Look. Right. So this is kind of your. So basically, the standard version would look like this, right? This is what you get with the Porsche Junior, but we've modified the snot out of this thing. Look. So you can take it off, you can put it on. You have rear work lights now. You have a canopy option with a beacon light and blah, blah, blah. Right, so you can do that. These are brand new options. So you can take it off. You can add the seat. You can add a rear triangle, leather seat plus triangle. So, you know, you can, all these are brand new kind of options. You know, the mirrors are completely different. You change the front light color. You can change the fenders. So we have standard fenders and wide fenders. Obviously, you can change it from the engine setup. Obviously, you have all these new kind of options here for you know the lattice wheels and the rim colors. So these are all brand new. So all these are PC only options, really. You know. Now, hopefully, you know, someone, you know, may bring out a modified version, um, for you know all platforms. But for right now, it doesn't exist. Brand new beeper. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. Any suggestions as what we could do? I suppose what we could do, we could maybe do a little bit of cultivating. So we're going to get the little weight here. So weight is very important with this little pack. Obviously you're dealing with a tractor that has, you know, it's only 50 horsepower, so we had to find equipment that were, you know, didn't weigh too much. I would personally recommend that you put the front weight on this thing, because it does help a lot. So I guess what I'm going to do now is, oh shit, that's saving. Thought I had that auto save off. So we're going to put this guy, I'm going to set the destination. Where are we? So we're going to stick him there. Okay, and then we're going to rent another one. So we'll change things up here and we'll change the color. Okay, so that's a nice little color there, look. It's kind of I don't know what kind of color you call that. And right, so once again, so we can get the Cedar now. So you can open the cover on this thing, obviously. You know, all the button assignments have been specifically designed and tailored for the little Porsche, so they all work. All these mods are kind of all part of the same kind of thing. You know, they all work with each other, but they don't work with anything else. You know, that type of way. So they're just designed to work with, you know, the Porsche and nothing else really. But I mean, you probably could, but some of the button options are, you know, for example, the opening of the cover here has its own specific, you know, button press. You know what I mean? So you could use it with any kind of in-game tractor, but you know, the kind of the opening and closing of the top of the you know, of the Cedar here is you know, it has its own button presses, if that makes sense. You know, button controls on controller and on PC. Right, so 150 liters. Right, so you can set that guy off there. So I'm going to put him here. Right, so we'll get another one. I think for the purposes of the stream, we'll changing up to the Super. All right, we'll get another color. Let's go for orange this time. Okay, that's kind of a metallic there. So we can kind of give you an idea of, you know, the various functions and that type of thing. Lisa O'Mahony, how are you? How are things? Thank you for choosing in. Thank you for choosing in. Thank you for tuning in. My apologies. No red. We have some color options. Do you have anything in particular you would like? So you've got there's your color palette, you know. So I kind of like these ones, you know. These are I don't know. So you can change them. This is kind of an old, kind of weathered look. That's kind of a more kind of shiny one, you know. So you get various different options, you know. So you can change the kind of the material type, you know. So they're all different kind of shades and that type of thing, you know. So they're all kind of blue. We could do blue. So that's one blue. So that's kind of that. I don't know what they call that blue. Navy blue, I guess they would call it. That's another one. So that's a different shade there, obviously. So you have these ones up here as well. As you can change. So, you know, you have this one here. But I guess you kind of like that one. Alright, so we'll get some fertilizer. Fertilizer. So not all implements will need the front weight, but you know, you should always, you know, rent it or buy it, have it handy in case, you know. So you can fill that up there. So as I said, we do have a new beeper on it. Okay, so now we're going to set that guy off. So we'll stick him here, and we'll go to the next tractor. So what are we going to do with this one now? I guess we get the planter next. So obviously the planter and the Cedar are a little different. You know, they do different crop types. So that automatically opens up there, look, so you can fill it up. 100 liters, you know, it's very small, but it has to be, you know. These are tiny pieces of equipment, you know, in the real world. You know, they're not going to be holding 10,000 liters of seed and fertilizer. You know, so you know the capacities are. You know, we're trying to keep things realistic. You know, you can't have huge pieces of equipment on the back of this thing either because it'll just look idiotic. You know. So we've chosen equipment that is appropriately sized, as it were, for this little Porsche tractor. You know, this thing was, you know, made in 1957. You know, you know, they're not big machines by any stretch of the imagination. You know, watch that idiot down there. Look, watch him. Look, he's all over the frickin' place. Watch this moron. He's driving around in circles. What an absolute clown! Oh, holy crap! So get his number. Look, watch this moron. Look, he's just driving around the place. What an idiot. You moron. Right, we'll put him over here. So yeah, so the new update to the Porsche Diesel Series Pack, as I said, hopefully we can get it out tomorrow. You know, the My Games team was kind of working on it for a few hours today, so I said to him, look, you know, I don't want you to get burned out or anything, so you know, it doesn't matter when we put it out there, you know, do it tomorrow. So hopefully Saturday we'll get it out there for people, you know. And as I said, it is PC only. So obviously you can do that, as I said, you know. Fan spins. Sounds associated with everything. You can also open the top of this thing. All various button presses, you know. Designed for, you know, controllers and keyboard and mouse. Very nice piece of equipment, this thing. Low horsepower. We should probably check the log. I'm going to show you the log. So do remember, my friends, that this is a brand new game save. So there are no other mods kind of, you know, loaded or anything. All right. So we're going to show you the log. And hopefully everything is okay. Let's just take a look at this. I saw something there now in red. What the hell was that? What did I see in red? Ah. Okay, I know what that is. So I added a 1110 script for the bail spike, so that's why that is. Clearly I haven't done it right. I'll take that out again. But as I said, you know, that'll be fixed before the, you know, the official public release. I know exactly what that is. Oh, it's missing. Oh, it's missing the oh, it's missing the language. Ah, interesting. Alright, but anyways, let's look down here at the bottom. Warning performance, that has nothing to do with the mod. That's all fine. So, info. Water tanks is not allowed to be loaded, but that's because I've taken it off the farm, because it's the I'm starting on not new farm or whatever they call it. You know, where you get no equipment. So here's the yeah, so look, so here's the part where the mod is, look. So you can see it here, it says pre-release, Porsche Diesel Pack pre-release. So there's the planter, wheels, hay fork, spreader, PTO, bale spike, Cedar. You can go down the list, and the log is clean. So the actual, you know, mod itself is clean. So there's no errors in the log, and I've already checked it in Giant's test runner, and it's clean there as well. So, and I'll fix the 1110 before I, you know, before it's public and stuff. It'll be fine. Right. So there's crops here. I don't know why there's crops on this thing. Is crop destruction on as well, I wonder? I don't know. Oh. So there's one thing about this, you know, I mean, the brake force in this thing is awful, you know, but that's, you know, Giants have designed it that way, basically. Hire worker. I don't have access to this land. Of course I have access to this land. What the hell? Do I not have access to these? Do I not own the fields? I don't. Oh my god. No wonder the bloody thing wouldn't work. Corsair, I started on, what's it? Not New Farmer. Was it New Farmer? I don't know. Whatever they call it. There we go. So set that off there. Right, so we need to find, so are there any fields that are not done? I'm not sure whether are they all planted or something? Because I haven't started in this game mode before, so I don't know. Ah, see, here's one here, look. But it has stones. Oh, shit. Right, anyways, look. It is what it is. Let's do something anyways. Yeah, we'll put down a bit of seed, I guess. So basically, we're just kind of, you know, showing off the equipment here, just to show you that everything's fine. Epic Domain, how are you, sir? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. So obviously we have stones here, but it doesn't matter. We're just kind of testing things out. It's not a game. You know, I'm not playing the game, as it were. Wrong seasons? What the hell? Do I have seasons on? I probably bloody well do. Oh, shite. See, oh, god dang it. I've never played seasons yet, believe it or not. I have no idea how how seasons works. So yeah, there's your thingy, whatever you call it. Now, do I have the what else do I have on or off? See, look. Turn that off as well. Alright, so you can actually see the usage of the stuff. Okay, so now I can show you the kind of the fertilizer part of it. So crop destruction is on now. That's fine. You know what we should do? We should probably should we get some lime maybe? Maybe we could put down the lime first and then. So we can unload that, as you can see, look. How am I going to do this? I'm trying to think how I would do this quickly. Right. So I need to transport. Fertilizer quickly. So does that do fertilizer? So if I do that, I know there's probably a better way to do this, but so now we have to get lime. So we only need one. We just kind of need to demonstrate. No, what the hell? No, no, no. God dang it, wrong one. Oh, shite, shite. There we go, that's line. Okay, 2,000 litres. So we'll transport that down. Couldn't think of any other ways to get, you know, a line pallet down to the farm quickly. So we'll just do it this way. Nothing faster than the JCB in game. 45 mph. So yeah, we're going to spread a little bit of lime on the ground. Just kind of demonstrate that you know, the equipment works as well. He's still working away, look. So the worker's still doing his thing. But just let him do that, you know. Don't need to interfere with him. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. So, right, so yeah. Now, one of the things, obviously, you know, lime goes very, very quickly, right? You know, even in the, you know, base game, it just, you know, it goes very, very fast. So just be aware of that. This is only 350 litres, so you're not going to be getting, you know, fields done with this thing. You know what I mean? And you have the fert effect on the ground. So it's 10 meters, right? So you can see how quickly the fert goes. Right. So, you know, you can either keep refilling it or you can just, you know, buy the lime or whatever. But yeah, it goes extremely quickly. So yeah, 10 meter spread. So it holds lime and fertilizer. And it's done. So you can see just how quickly that disappeared, look. So, you know, just to be aware of that. So you're not going to be getting, you know, you're not going to be covering much area, you know. But, you know, that's more to do with giants than the, you know, the mod. You know, the rate at which lime gets used is you know, part of the base game. It's nothing to do with the actual mods themselves, you know. That's a giant side thing. Obviously the fertilizer usage is much lower, so this will go much farther, you know. You can get a couple of fields done out of this thing. So we're just kind of showing off, you know, the effect, you know, the effects and stuff. I'm going to do another field there. So that field might have already been fertilized because I'm not seeing it going on the ground. So we'll try this one here. See what happens with this. Actually, you could probably check it. What is the growth or the... See, that already has a layer in it, look. So that's going to be an issue. So that needs rolling. So that guy is working away there, as you can see. So yeah, that's working there. Look, you can see the ground colors changing, look. And I can put that on the worker. Right? So, as you can see, it works. There you go, look. So I'll let that do his thing, as it were. Okay, so now we'll go on to this. So now that we have some of the ground kind of, you know, done, we can actually use the planter. And so we cultivated some of the grounds and we can put this on the worker as well. Okay. And he's going to do his thing as well. Alright? So someone is blocked by... God diggity dang it. There we go. Get out of his way. So yeah, you get the idea, my friends. You get the idea. So, you know, myself and my games team, we've been testing this stuff for like 2 months, you know. So it's been, well tested and stuff, you know. And you know, there's no errors in the log, and there's no errors in Giant's test runner, you know. And you know, we are at the point where we are very comfortable to put it out there and be judged on the work, as it were, you know. So, you know, it's at a point now where we're, very happy to, release it, as it were. But yeah, my philosophy is, never put a mod out there unless you're, absolutely sure. You'll be if you have errors in your mods and you put them out there, you're going to be judging it. You know what I mean? So you need to be really, really careful about, testing the snot out of things before you stick it out there. A lot of mods out there at the moment, and since the game came out, that are broken. People are not testing the mods. They're not using them. You have to use the mod in all sorts of different scenarios. You've got to put them through their paces and really, really test the hell out of them. So yeah, that works. You have your fertilizer effects, the usual. And the little thingy down here spins, as you can see, look. That spins, and we have a rear camera view now as well. And you can actually move the camera at the back. It's fully adjustable. So that's your normal view. That's that view. And you have the rear view as well. So once again, so the Porsche-Diesel here is very heavily modified. So it's not the the base game Porsche tractor. That's that. What else can we do? So I guess I can show you this. So get this one here. So there's a nice color over here. It's kind of a black one. There was another one there that I was looking at. So that one is a nice one. I like that one. Look at that one. So look, he's doing his thing there, as you can see. Look, right. That dude is doing his thing. Okay. That dude is doing his thing. So there you go, that's kind of that there. Alrighty. So, everything is kind of working, as one would expect it to. 71 litres left in the back, as it were. So he's planting corn. He's doing, I don't know, wheat or whatever the hell it is. So I'm kind of going to show you a little bit of the kind of the dynamics, as it were, to the bale spike here. So there's a few little things that you have to kind of do. First of all, you have to attach it to the tractor, obviously, right? That's important. Put that on first, right? Then you're going to attach the front 600 kilogram weight. So it's very important that you attach the 600 kilogram weight and not the 127. Otherwise, basically the bales will just be too heavy for this little Porsche. So you have to kind of do it this way. All right. So one of the heaviest bales in the game in terms of weight is a square silage bale. Now there is the grass bales are actually heavier than that, right? But for the purposes, you have to make grass bales. But we're not going to do that. But I just want to show you that, why we've kind of you know, why we put the bale spike in the game and why we created this front 600 kilogram weight. So it's basically so you can move bales around. So you go up to it, obviously. Now you could see instantly see here how heavy. So I'm gonna show you this, right? Watch what happens. Watch what happens when I take off the front weight, right? Okay. You see what happens? Look. So the weight is too heavy, or the silage bed is too heavy. So you have to have the front weight, otherwise shit ain't gonna work, right? So just to be aware of that. Right? It's extremely heavy. I think it's 1,100 kilograms or something. You know, for the the silage bale. It's definitely one of the heaviest. And yeah, so once you have the front weight in it, you'll be fine. There's enough kind of mass on the front of the tractor, you know. So that's kind of why we kind of designed this whole thing, is to functionality, the ability to be able to move bales around with a little small little Porsche, and obviously I can detach that. Now look what happens. Watch what happens now. So basically, you see that? Look. So the weight, obviously the weight is too heavy. So you know what I mean. So that shows you exactly why you kind of have to have those kind of two things in combination. It's that front weight is specifically designed for the bale spike to move bales around. So I'm going to show you this one as well. This is a roller, obviously. Okay. So with this thing, you can so this is a grassland piece of equipment. So it's a grassland roller. It does not work with crops. Right? It only works with grass. Just to be aware of that. So basically, what you would use this for, you can use it for two purposes. You can roll over existing, pre-existing grass that has grown, and it will delete the grass. Or if you have just planted in, would say in the first stage growth of, you planted a field of grass, so you can roll over the grass and you'll get a fertilizer state. So that's what that is for. And once again, it's very appropriately sized for the little Porsche. And of course you have the Porsche-Diesel logo on it. And yeah. And we have deer. Get the hell out of here. Bloody deer. So yeah, we'll drive this down and we'll kind of take a look at this one. So yeah, obviously she connects up by the 3-point hitch, as one can see there. So we had the black smoke then as well for the Porsche-Diesel Master. Right to you. So since I own the land now, you'll be able to see Mr. Real Good. How are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well, sir. So obviously, now that we own this land, you'll be able to see the grass being deleted. Okay. So there is a working speed attached to this. So we've set the working speed to 9 mph or whatever it is. Yeah, 9 mph. So you can see there. Look, it is deleting the grass. Okay. So once you roll over the grass, it is your speed is reduced. That's intentional. And yeah, it does that. So I'm going to demonstrate here. As I said, it does. Whoa, Betsy. So yeah, it does not work with you can't plant a field and then roll it for a fertilizer state. It's not. It's only a grassland thing. Well, I'm trying my best not to cause any trouble. It doesn't always succeed. It is the internet, so you're bound to piss off somebody at some point. Your mere presence can can be enough to trigger someone in this day and age. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you know, trying to keep my head down as it were. So yeah, you know the obviously it'll get dirty and stuff like that. You know. So yeah, you get the idea there, my friends. You know. So you know, if you were to plant this field in grass, okay, and you know it was in the first stage of kind of growth, you know, you can roll over it with the roller, and you'll get your fertilizer state. You know, and if for whatever reason you wanted to delete grass, you can do that, as you can see. So that is the roller. Again, adding more functionality to you know the mod. You know, giving it something else to do than just be a small little classic pretty tractor to just drive around your farm. You know, we wanted to give it some actual purpose and functionality in the game. Absolutely, completely ridiculous. So that's why I try and do my best to, you breathe on someone and you'll bloody offend someone, So you just do your own thing and just keep your head down and. Anyways, there you go. So that's So obviously you have as I said, the new lattice wheels here. So we've added these new to the tractor. Very nice. So here you go, 6 mph working speed. Obviously it's a cultivator. Functionality once again, my friends. And as you can see there, he's doing his thing. He's planting away, and everything works. So myself and my games team are very happy with the pack. Everything does what it's supposed to do. We haven't, took us, a couple of months to, work out the bugs and kinks as it were, obviously a lot of these mods were originally from FS19. They all had to be properly ported and converted, and they had to be, tailored and designed to be, Porsche mods, that type of thing. All the color configuration of this thing is being completely changed, Didn't look like this color originally, So yeah, very, very nice. It's an old school thing, It's all kind of pulleys and wheels, Once again, we're not using real, modern equipment or anything where possible. I think the only kind of thing modern in terms of the pack is the tether. So this is, as I said, this is based on the in-game Pottinger, right? So we basically taken it and modified it, rebranded it to Porsche-Diesel, But it is the in-game Pottinger, 4.4 meter, you know. But yeah, but hopefully we can, find a more appropriate kind of, tether in the future. So that's that, right? So that's the pack, right? So hopefully that will be coming out tomorrow, I believe. Hopefully, okay. So as I say, it's PC only. So you have the Porsche Diesel tractor and you have 11 pieces of equipment. And that is the Porsche Diesel Series pack. So that'll be hopefully out tomorrow. Right, so that is that. Okay. So let's get rid of everything. Well, we don't do, we are kind of hashtag realism is key here. So, we don't have any 1 million horsepower pieces of equipment or anything like that. Okay, so that's everything sold. So we'll take a look at something else, will we? Just so, while we're here. So I'm going to show you this. Let me go up here first. Okay, so these are So in the 1 point patch, the patch 1.3, we got the plugger. The plugger thingy, okay? This thingy, right? So basically, plugger are actually they have different brand names in different territories. So basically, I have this. So I made this myself. Basically, this is Oxbow, which is the US version of the US version of plugger, right? So this has been modified. Obviously, it has the Expo brand and that type of thing. Added two beacon lights to the top, and we've added a warning sign to the back. Pretty much everything else is the same. It is essentially the the plugger model, but just rebranded. So we put it on Oxbow. It says Oxbow down here, and it says Oxbow on the back. Okay. And we have that warning triangle, which is kind of a United States thing, We have the new fancy, so I added these new, so I kind of made these myself. So these are LED beacon lights, but they're kind of a special type, So yeah, that's kind of the, that's the US version of the plugger, which is Oxbow. And I've actually added a new wheel option. So you have steering wheel, all wheel, rear wheel, that type of thing. So I added a new option to the back here. So we have all wheel, we have crab steering, left and right, and we have front wheel, right? So this is the new one that I added. We have rear wheels. The rear wheel turns, right, instead of the front. So basically, it's just a new crab steering option. So the rear wheels turn instead of the front wheels. And the new LED beacons. Yeah, that's kind of the USA version of the plugger, as it were. All your standard functions that one would expect. There's nothing new here. Moves exactly as one would expect it to. That's that one. Show you this. I very much like this. This, my friends, is a classic 1940s truck. So this is the Ford Deluxe 1940, as one can see. And it is a very, very nice mod, I have to say, whoever put this together. Very, very nice. So I made a few tweaks and improvements. It was originally a black color, but I've changed it up to kind of a burgundy, I guess you call it. I think it's a burgundy. So there was a few little issues with the kind of the driving dynamics, as it were. I made some changes to kind of make it more stable driving. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's a very, very nice mod. Obviously, you can put things in the back here because you have tension belts. So you could open the back here as well. I'll show you that. Here, the engine. So you can unfold it. Okay, so the back comes down. And you have your lights. Have your interior. The detail in here isn't, it's very basic. It certainly use some work, but it's not all bad. I like what they've done with it. It's it's an old school kind of classic American pickup truck. 1940s. And yeah. Very, very nice. Obviously, this is PC only. So, I adjusted some of the driving physics, so she no longer flips over when you turn hard, left or right. she's more kind of stuck to the ground, as it were, than she was previously. Obviously, I have crop destruction on, so I'm destroying all my crops, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, you can put bales in the back of this thing, or you know, seed bags or whatever, you know. And it's a classic American tractor or truck, I should say, pickup. Very, very nice though. I like it a lot. And you know, it does its thing. It's even got Ford logos on the wheels, on the rims. You see that there. And yeah, whomever did the mod did a nice job. You know, the crops do go in the back there, as you can see. So you know, it probably needs I don't know, some adjustment there to stop the crops, you know, getting into it, as it were. What else do I have? So this is a mod that came out today. Someone has ported the from Farming Simulator 19. Someone has ported the limited edition Mahindra Retriever. Okay, so you remember the black version? This thingy. Huh? So basically, this is the black version of the Mahindra. 83 horsepower. It holds 460 liters. So I guess I'll show you the base game version. If I can find it. Give me a second here. Where would that be? The Mahindra Retriever. LN. Yeah, so here's the obviously this is the base game version. Give me a second there, guys. Oh dear. Oh, I do apologize, sir. I am unable to pronounce your name, but welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, my friend, it is a English only you know, chat and that type of thing. It's an English only channel, so I do apologize. You know, but yeah, if you could speak English, then that would be awesome. Yeah, so this is the in-game, you know, Mahindra. Okay, we'll just get that one. And we can just look at them side by side. So this should be pretty much identical. I mean, the seats have changed, obviously. They've obviously changed up the, you know, the coloring and that type of thing, you know. But they are essentially the same, you know. They changed up some of the logoing and that type of thing, you know. But, you know, you know, they're the same. Very, very the same. So as I said, you know, the black edition was, you know, a limited edition for Farming Simulator 19. And it's obviously, you know, it's been ported for 22. As you can see there. So this goes 60 mph. I've always had kind of an issue with this thing. Is I found it very unstable at high speed. Whoa! Holy buckets. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Giants have set this to 60 mph, but once you get it up to 60, this thing is insane. It just won't drive properly. The driving fit. Look at this. Look. She's an absolute lunatic. So I don't exactly know why Giants did it like that, but whatever. They should really have adjusted the driving physics of this thing, because she's a slidey boy, as they say. So I've reduced the speed of this thing to 55. I'd probably even go further than that and reduce it, I don't know, 40. You know, she's just way too unstable at high speeds. You know, look, she's sliding all over the place. Bloody thing's insane. But yeah, you know, that's an option for people. You know, the back opens. inside. And, you know, it's the Mahindra. So, yeah, they've obviously changed certain things up, you know, the decals on it and that type of thing. You know, changed the color of some of the decaling, you know. But, you know, it's the Mahindra. So that's why I downloaded that one, you know, brought it in there to the game as it were. Not a bad little vehicle, you know. You could probably use more of these little ATV type things, or utility vehicles, whatever they call them. So that's that. What else do we have? So this is another mod. This is a PC only mod. So this was from Farming Simulator 19. It has now been ported to 22. This is an Ahydrous caddy thingy. It's got quite a high poly count, so the frame rate is a little bit dodgy, as you can see here, even in the shop. So you have lots of options. I haven't, you know, I haven't looked at this yet. So this is kind of my first time. So it has tension belt mounts. I don't know what that means, but something is obviously changing on it. Standard and full set. Okay, I don't know what that means, but it is what it is. Wheel branch, your Continental, your BKT. Forward, you have special forward wheels, and it has a track. Right. So you can see that there, no? Tracks. They're 3D, I think. Okay. So Continental, BKT, forward. So 3 types of tires. You have rear twins. So you get 2 types here. BKT is yeah, 2 types again. The forward, you have the wall walker system. Wall walker system. Finlay, ooh, so they're definitely 3D. Oh yeah, they're 3D as well. Yup. Finlay and wall. So you get 2 different track types, as you can see. Look. The wheels change as well in front. Beacon lights. You can put beacon lights on the back. I would have preferred an option if you could do, you know, left, right, or both, instead of, you know, both of them as well. Pallet porch. Ah, so you put that there. Little add-on there. Hitch options. We have a hitch. We have standard hitch. Implement hitch. Is that on the front? Ah. So basically we have standard hitch, implement hitch. Yeah, we can change the change the front here of the hitch. Then we have frame decals. We change it from white, black. I'm trying to spot where the so you can change it there. There's a lot of options on this. Frame color. Frame color. So you can change that there. Toolbox color. So where is there's the toolbox there. So that's pink. And rim color should be obvious. Yeah, rim color. Yeah, you can change there. So you can see it there. So that's your rim color. So yeah, there's a lot of options on this thing. A lot of options. You probably need a large tractor for that thing, I would imagine. So yeah, this is kind of an A-hydrous. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what you would use it with. You know? I don't know much about, you know, A-hydrous or anything like that. I don't know. I assume it's from the biogas plant where you manufacture that. But as I said, I don't know much about it. But obviously, you know, if there's probably another piece of equipment that this particular hose here will connect to, you know. So this particular tractor just doesn't have this particular connector point, whatever that is. Yeah, she's a beast, and she's clearly high quality and highly detailed, as you can see. You know, 3D tracks. You know, very, very high quality mod. There's a lot going on in this thing in terms of, you know, the amount of detail that he's put into this. I mean, there's a lot of detail, so the poly count is quite high in this thing. You get the toolbox there. Yeah, this is, so you know the frame rate is you know is being affected because it is such a high poly count mod. And it looks like there's tension belt support, so if I can get up there again. So yeah, it does have tension belt support. I don't know why that would be there, but it's there. Probably going to need a fairly beefy tractor to pull this thing though, I would imagine. It's quite heavy. So you're going to need something fairly beefy for this thing. And obviously once it's full, it's going to get heavier. So yeah, that's out there as it were for on the old quote-unquote dodgy websites. For PC only, obviously. A-hydrous ammonia. And for people who are into their, you know, their biogas work, you know, you have a new toy to play with. I quite liked it. This kind of came out at the end of FS19, so I actually had it for 19. It's not on the mod hub, obviously. Yeah, 3D tracks, as you can see, look. But, you know, obviously it's been ported to 22. It's very high quality, even the decaling, even the labeling. Everything on this, as far as I'm aware, all these, everything is accurate, if that makes sense. You know, Forward Agricultural, you know, these guys have gotten access to all the original, you know, images of the original decals and all the information, and you know, the kind of the images and specs of the, you know, this real world piece of equipment. So you know, it's accurate to the real world thing. You know, it's not. You know, they have some kind of relationship with the actual company. You know, they've given them all the information and designs and 3D modeling and that type of thing. You know, so yeah. So there you go. That's kind of that one there. So if you see that on the old interwebs, you might, you know, take a look at that one. Only holds A-hydrous as far as I'm aware. It looks like it holds, I don't know, fertilizer? Liquid fertilizer? So I'd have to check that, you know. But anyways, my friends, there you go. So that's just, you know, a bit of a look at it, a few mods, you know. Some select mods that I, you know, downloaded and, you know, wanted to show off. But obviously the main purpose of the stream here was to show off the new updated version of the Porsche-Diesel Series Pack, which hopefully will be out tomorrow on the quote-unquote dodgy websites and directly from MyGameSteam's website. So www.mygamesteam.com. and you'll be able to get it directly from his website. I'd appreciate it if you kind of go to his website and download it directly from him instead of the old dodgy websites, as it were. And yeah, hopefully it'll be out tomorrow for PC only. Hope you guys enjoy it. Any issues, of course, you can always contact me or my games team, and we'll take care of it. You know, as we've done with all the other mods. Anyways, my friends, there you go. I'm going to leave it there, my friends. I'm going to end the stream there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and maybe learned something. We're an hour and 20 minutes into the stream. So God willing, my friends, we shall see you again. But for right now, we're going to say thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully we shall see you again. Take care.